condemn you back to hell!
You ready for this?
What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. We're in for the good real, so you don't have to. It's your boy Brad, the Bretman's over there. We're here today for another Slash It Out Live. It's been a few weeks since we've been doing this, and we're back today with an awesome matchup that the Bretman selected. It got selected on the freaking Slash Wheel of Doom, or whatever we call it. And that's going to be Crawl versus the Shallows, man. And this is one I've been stoked about for a while. It's a great pick, Brady Ligurdy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a great pick. So let me just go ahead and get this out of the way just because, I got to give the people what they want. Just pretend this is a guitar, okay?
You take your shirt off?
No, I said pretend this is a guitar.
You said you're going to give people what they want.
Well,
give the people what they need.
They don't need
Give the
that.
people what they want.
Here, Silencio. I got to get this out of the way just because I'm a little camera shy. Let me tell you something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? In the shallow. Wait a minute. Is that the movie we're doing?
Don't ever do that again.
Okay, I promise. I will never do that.
Okay.
I just have to get my priorities in shape. But if you all not already know I'm ready, I'm freaking Jack. It's Slash It Out again. I got a lot of anger inside. I need to release it. So, no, I'm going to release it in a positive way. So, we're here for Slash It Out. I am so excited for this particular matchup because, A, I love Crawl. B, I haven't seen the Shallows in a very long time. And guess what, dudes? I fucking loved it.
It's a great flick, man. They both are. They're both good in their own ways, man. And we're going to get into to all of it here in a second. And, just disregard. Obviously, my background's a disaster right now. We're in the middle of some painting and whatnot. So just disregard what's going on back there. We're a little bit more crammed in. Yeah. Carlos. I don't know what that meant. But anyway, so we're going to be doing this thing today. And, basically like what we have been doing the last few weeks, we're going to talk about what both movies do well. We're going to talk about what they both don't do well. We're going to talk about what the Shallows does better than Crawl, and we're going to talk about what the Crawl does better than the Shallows. And then we're going to give our overall thoughts, our rating at the end for each movies, and then which one we prefer. And we want to know what you guys feel in this matchup.
Yes, and because in the chat right now, I do have the poll up for which one do you think is better. But even though this is just kind of like a little preview, because the real vote counts tomorrow. And at the end of this episode or this live stream, we will let you know how you all can decide who the winner is. And plus, thank you, Cole. At least Cole, someone appreciates my singing skills.
Yeah.
Fuck you. No, it's over 4 minutes, so I'm allowed to say that to you now. But anyways, what's up, Cole? What's going on, Gory? Tiger? Who will win a fight? Tigers? Whales? Well, no, there's no whales. Tigers, sharks, or a crocodile? Or there's not even a crocodile. Alligator.
What? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to talk about that. Is that the question? Is that it? Is that what's going on?
No, that's not the question I was going to ask you. I'll get to the question, but I just was curious because Gory Tiger's in the house. But Brandon the Beldum, what's going on? He's got a crocodile over the shark. Ooh, okay.
That's an alligator.
And then we got Fachi Cinema, Matt Fachi. What's going on, man? We'll be on his channel at 9:15 p.m. Eastern time for a little Silver Bullet action. First time watch for the Brett Man.
It's a good pick, man.
Oh,
that'll be a good time.
Oh, dude, I'm excited for it. Plus, we'll have special guest, the J-Man, because he is a huge fan of Silver Bullet. So we're going to be happy to have him on. There's Chad. Fuck you, Chad. No, I'm just kidding, Chad. What's going on, man? Us from Good Real Hunting and Chad are working on something very special at the end of the month. So be sure to follow Good Real Hunting for all the latest updates on that. Let's see here. We got Adrian James. What's going on? Hey there, my friends. How's it going? It is going well.
Yes, it is, dude. Welcome to the party.
Oh, we got Victoria in the house. What's going on, Victoria? I love both movies. This is hard. Yeah, absolutely it is. And while Victoria is in the chat right now, let's go ahead and just promote this just because we will promote it at the end of the show as well. But, Brad, tell us what's going on next week.
Dude, next week we're gonna have a freaking awesome Slash It Out. Actually, it's one we've been looking forward to for some time. We have an awesome guest to do it. Victoria from the Final Ghouls will be on. We're gonna be discussing the freaking Halloween Rob Zombie versus Halloween 2 from Rob Zombie, and that's gonna be a hell of a matchup, man. That's dope. We're gonna have a lot of good conversations there. Hopefully you guys bring some good questions there too, because it's gonna be an epic matchup, man. And we're gonna settle this thing once and for all.
Absolutely. And plus, Victoria's part of the Final Ghouls, which this Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time will finally have Horror Trivia 666. I know we're already close to 750, which that'll be another trivia night, which we already picked the particular subject and topic on that, but get us to 750 before we reveal that topic. But we're going to give you Horror Trivia 666, the Final Ghouls versus Good Will Hunting and Flopbuster this Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time.
Hell yeah, dude. We're going to have a really, really good time. Really good week ahead. It's going to be really awesome.
Speaking of freaking teammates here, we got Flopbuster in the house too. Crawl is one of the best experiences I had at the cinema in the past 10 years. Stormy night, didn't see a trailer, and it was glorious. And I will give to my thoughts on that when we get to the Crawl discussion part, because I am right there with you, because Crawl to me is one of the most surprising movies I've seen in the past 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was one that when it came out, I remember the trailer came out, and I saw the trailer. It came out before some movie I was at, seeing at the theater or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, I was like, dude, another shark movie. Come on, get lost. I didn't have any interest in it. I thought it was going to be bad. It looked, with the hurricane coming in, it looked like that movie. It looked like that heist movie they had in the middle of the hurricane. What the hell was the name? Was that?
Oh, man, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just forgot.
Yeah, it was like, dude, they're just now they're just combining hurricane. It looked like Sharknado 2.0. I was like, come on, dude, let's get lost. But it came out, and I saw it. Actually, Bretman saw it first. He said he was high on it, and then I rented it after it came out, the DVD. I think. I don't know why I said DVD like that, but let's just roll with it. I liked it. Yeah, it was definitely a good surprise.
Yeah, hurricane heist, dude. Like that's a freaking combination, man. Like hell yeah. And then what's Mega Movie C's? I know he did a stream. He did last night. His 700 subscriber stream. He has up at 715. So let's congratulate the Mega Movie C's on an accomplishment on his channel.
Many congratulations, my friend.
Yes, sir. And then let me get back to Adrian James here saying, how did your all's 4th of July celebration go? Well, from the Good Will Hunting side of things, it was a banger, because trust me, we got some funny shit lined up for you guys.
We did, man. We actually just Saturday we filmed the skit. We just released it yesterday. The Halloween promo that we was on there. So check that out. That was a lot of fun. That came together really nicely. I think had a lot of fun with that. And we got another one that we filmed too. It was, man, I can't wait to release that one. But that one's coming way down the road.
I know. Man. But before we get too excited about it, I say we got 9 people here. What's up, everybody? Again, thank you so much for hanging out with us, because I know it's a stream kind of night. So we wanted to get the first crack at it. So let's freaking begin this thing, and let's go with the tail of the tape. Are you ready, Brad?
Yeah, dude. Let's look at this bad boy.
Woohoo! Here we go. The tail of the tape, dude. And the first thing I really noticed when I was making this, dude, that audience score for The Shallows. What the fuck? That is so wrong. That would be a good feature episode of the Rotten Reactions, because there's no chance. Because I got to rate these audience reviews on The Shallows, man.
Dude, that's surprising as a mofo, because everybody seemed to like this when it came out. It got a lot of really good buzz. I remember, especially on Killer Flicks and any other group, that I was in on social medias. Everybody was talking really, really highly about the movie. So I am baffled by the fact that it's sitting at a 59 by the audience. I do remember the critics liking it quite a bit, and same thing with Crawl. Overall they both really liked it. Good budgets too for these things, man.
Yeah, great budgets, and freaking look at that worldwide release budget, Brad. Big stacks of money.
Oh yeah, man. Look at that. Both of them. They both cleaned house, man. And what's cool, neither one of these movies, like, I mean, there's no room really for a sequel for either of these, obviously, because it's like Jaws. They should have never done one to begin with, but it's cool. We're going to get these one-off movies that are awesome. You can go back and you can watch them, and it's just, it's a good time. It's always refreshing.
Oh, dude, absolutely. And what's funny, too, when I was making this, I'm like, there's not much of a cast in both of these movies. So the grand total of 3 people we'll talk about tonight.
Hell yeah, man. And they're all solid.
Oh yeah, all solid. IMDb numbers, good from where they are. Both summer releases. And then, of course, our boy Alexandra Aja, and then Jamie Colette Sarah. There's no I
Yeah.
in there,
No, but there
so
could be if you wanted to put in there.
I'll usually put freaking letters and names that don't belong in there. But anything else you see from Tale of the Tape?
No, man, I think it all looks pretty good. I think these are very evenly matched. These movies in my mind are always so close with one another. They seem very similar. So I'm excited to get into it.
Hell yeah, man. So let's freaking take that off. And wait a minute. I think I saw a birthday.
I saw that, dude. Freaking Adrian, man.
Hey, Adrian James. My birthday is coming on Friday. I'll be 52. It's still a young age, isn't it? Dude, you only act the age number. So like you could be 52, but if you act 25, you're freaking 25 in my book, dude.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Dude, honestly, it really is. Like, objectively speaking, I feel like these days it isn't even that old. Honestly, man.
Mhm.
Everybody I hang out with is in their 40s, and that's just right around the freaking corner, and it's cool.
Hey, you and me both do. But hey, trust me, I would rather like switch the work group with you and talk to your people.
Oh yeah, no, they're good. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't feel like you're old until you're 70 these days, man. To be honest with
Hey,
you.
it's Sacramente. And then Flopbuster with a great point saying, happy early birthday, Adrian James. And we appreciate all your support on Good Real Hunting. And let's see here. Flopbuster says, we just need a summer creature film every year. It should be a damn tradition. And you know what? I'm surprised that it's not a tradition.
I agree. It always sets the mood right when it's freaking nice and warm outside and you're thinking about going to the beach or well, nobody really thinks about going to crawl spaces that often, but the beach or any kind of island with anacondas or anything crazy like that. It's always a good time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. I don't know how I clicked on that, but anyways, I think the chat is good for right now. So, Brad, let's freaking dive into this thing, which I think that's appropriate for this topic tonight.
Yeah, dude, let's do it, man. Let's talk about what both of these things do well.
All right, what do both movies do well? Oh man, where can I even begin on this? I thought both the alligator and the shark looked really damn good. For mostly being like, of course, like they're not real and all that, like they're CGI. But dude, I thought the usage of both of these creatures, like with how they look, really fantastic in my book.
See, right off the bat, this is this is one of the things I had as the both movies don't do too well, and it's the CGI. And it's supposed to that they're not horrible. They're not as bad as what you would see. But like shark, like the shark doesn't look great. The alligators, there's moments where they look good, but over times it just looks awful for both movies. But we'll get into that later. Let's talk about some good stuff for me.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm kind of surprised though, because like I really didn't notice anything, because like I thought, again, I'll talk a little bit more on the cross section of things with using like the kind of like the shadows and all that to kind of hide that CGI.
They did a little bit of that, but man, there were times where it was like when especially when she was fighting two of them at once down there, and they're coming. Like I was like, dude, come on, this is just silly. I felt like I was watching Anaconda there for a minute, but but there were moments there. To your credit, there were good moments in Crawl where they did do just that, and they hit it, and they put him, kind of in the darkness or underwater or whatever, and it looked good. But at other times it didn't. Whenever they were trying to do these face-off sequences, and the Shallows, man, they had CGI freaking dolphins in there at one point. Like they're just throwing everything.
That wasn't very good at all. Even though both movies are really kind of similar that way, because they used the dolphins for the jump scare, and then in Crawl they used the freaking tree crashing in to the house window with a little jump scare right before shit really hits the fan.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. I mean, I mean, yeah, they both do good moments for sure. They're not, completely trash when it comes in this category. I think, there's moments where they both are really nice. Dude, when that shark though jumps out and bites that dude when he's swimming, it's the guy that when the two surfers come back the next day.
Oh yes.
And they split up. One's going back to the shoreline. The other dude's coming out to the rock still. The shark jumps up and eats the dude going to the shoreline, and he comes all the way out of the water. And it's just like, Dude, I did for a second. I thought I was watching. Was it Bait 3D where the dude's riding the jet ski and he freaking jumps up and grabs him off? Is that what I'm thinking of? It reminded me of that, and I was like, come on, man. Let's go. What is this?
Hey, come on, man. Don't throw shade at freaking Bait 3D. You know I got a good attachment to that movie.
Well, I mean, at least in Bait 3D, it made sense because it was more of a kind of a goofy movie. But in this one, it was just like, I don't know. It just kind of took me out a little bit. But I like the other stuff it was doing. Like when it cut away, when the other guy, the thief, was out on the beach and he took the stuff. And he just goes swimming and it cuts away, which we missed out on a good kill, but at the same time, it didn't ruin it with weird CGI. It just, we next thing we see him crawling up on the beach and he's cut in half. And I was like, that was pretty effective though still. And we get the reaction from Blake Lively too.
Oh yeah. I mean, even though I kind of had like a little like head scratcher on that moment, like how much was that guy going to sell that surfboard for?
Oh dude, he was going to get stacks for it. Surfboards are expensive, man.
Well, I know they're expensive, but how much can you sell them for?
That's probably a decent amount, I would say. I would say people sell them all the time.
Okay, I'll give you that one, but no, that bum got what was coming to him in that particular scene. But back a little bit on what both movies do well. I thought both the actresses were phenomenal.
They were, man. And again, kind of going alongside that, they both did a lot with the story. With a limited cast. Blake Lively was pretty much the only thing going on in The Shallows. She carried it throughout. And then the other movie we had, what's her name? Kayla.
Yeah, I got it right here. Kayla Scodelario.
That's the last name, yeah.
I'm just going to call her Kaya for the remainder of this episode. But
yeah, and then
mainly
we had
she's the girl from the new Resident Evil movie that came out last November that was absolutely bad.
And she's from Skins, apparently. You didn't like the Resident Evil from last year?
Everybody,
no. Okay, we'll get into that.
Nothing happened. But anyways.
I haven't even seen it yet. I've just heard different things, so I was curious. I didn't remember if you liked it.
I guess it just matters like if you're a fan of the game or not. But anyways, we're not talking about that.
Off track once again, asshole. I know. I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, no, they both do a lot with limited cast and limited setting. They're both very confined. It takes place in one day, just really a few hours. And well, I guess The Shallows goes overnight, but still like one continuous run of time. It doesn't jump around. And they do really effective job of kind of keeping you entertained for the most part. I think, both of these movies, which, I mean, I'll talk about that later, but for the most part, given the cast that we have, they do a really good job. I do prefer Blake Lively over Kayla, but they both were very strong. Both leads were very strong. Yeah,
and I'll save who I think which actress did the best job when we get to the other particular parts of the transitions and all that. And I also want to bring up because Flopbuster pretty much said the same thing. Both leads do incredible in these films, by the way, which they absolutely do. This really opened my eyes to Blake Lively between this and Simple Favors. Yeah, because that's the movie with Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. Very fun movie. Even though the movie that put Blake Lively on the map for me was freaking Green Lantern, dude. That's a joke. That was an awful joke. But if Cole says Skins, it's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, that's where my wife knows her from. Is from that one.
Oh, hell yeah. But yeah, both actresses are great. I will let you all know later on here which one I thought did the best. And another positive I could think of that both movies do well, I really enjoy both of the settings in this movie. Just because, or kind of like the premises of each movie, because we get a beautiful shot of the beach and all that. And then when shit hits the fan, it doesn't show off the prettiness of that beach. It shows more of the dark, stormy weather and all that. And then when we get the hurricane side of things and Crawl, all that looked really good too. Even though there were a lot of times where you obviously tell it's a freaking either a green screen or CGI shit. You can obviously tell. But again, I forgive it just because they got a budget. They got to use it somehow or whatever. But I really enjoy both settings of this movie.
Yeah, they both they really both did a good job of giving you isolation, because Blake's stuck on the freaking the whale at one point and then the rock later. Whenever she's out there, she's surfing, she's having a good time, and then the shark shows up when she's out there by herself. The other two dudes that she meets leaves, and then she's out there solo dolo. gets attacked by the shark. She has to go up on the whale, then over to the rock, and she's stuck there until she can. I mean, the shark just doesn't go away, so she's stuck out there on this rock, and you got the tide coming in and all that. Like that sense of urgency there, that tide, that's important. I think that gives you a little bit more, a little bit more to be worried about, because she can't just wait it out. She's got to, once the tide goes down, she's going to be screwed. Same thing in Crawl. You got, they're stuck in a crawl space. They're isolated. They're stuck. They can't get any help. But the water's rising in there because there's a fucking hurricane outside. So, and plus, it is what it is, So I think they both do a good job of that. And there was something else, too, that kind of goes alongside that. They get us into these isolated environments, but they also both do a good job of giving us good backstory for both characters, even with limited, screen time to do so. Both of these movies are under an hour and a half. They don't go over the top with their backstories, but it gives us enough gravitas to appreciate the characters and pull for them, and I appreciate that. And they do.
Yeah, that, because it makes us care. Yeah, it makes us care about the characters too. Especially that's another where I feel like both movies do well. Both of these movies were surprisingly short. They were both an hour and 26 minutes. But they did so much with that hour and 26 minutes. I feel like they didn't waste anything. I thought they just went in there, told their story, and they got right back out, which I really much appreciated. So suck it on all my Elvis TikTok haters right now, because they are slowly starting to realize I do not like long movies when they don't need to be long. But yeah, so that's been fun on TikTok. But anyways, I thought both of these movies being an hour 26 minutes, I could easily have both movies been like 10 or 15 minutes longer. But I'll be honest with you, I thought the runtime was actually superb with what they were doing.
Yeah, I agree. I think, it's nice to be such quickly, both of these movies are very quickly paced for the most part. Although I do get bored at times. We'll get into that later. But for the most part, they're very, they move along briskly. You don't hang around too much, in certain parts of the movie. It's nice, and I appreciate them both for that.
Mm-hmm. No, dude, absolutely. And I'll talk about pace here in a little bit as well. Actually, might be the next thing. So, Brad, is there any other positives that you want to address in this movie?
It's just nice that they came out and they did something. They didn't try to do more than what they were, and they gave us something good. But no, that's it, man.
All right, so you ready to go to what both movies do not do well?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about what both movies don't do well, and I'll just go ahead and shoot straight with everybody. There's not that much. Just the main thing I really noticed about it, Brad kind of touched upon it a little bit. There were at times where the pacing of both of these movies were not quite as smooth. Like they did both movies did a good job with their first acts with the pacing, and the third acts and the pacing was good. It was just when you get to that second act where the pacing was kind of a little slow at times. Like, was it like extremely slow? No, but it kind of notice it, but I understand why they kind of had to do it, just because again they were establishing the stories of the characters and kind of like the mood and atmosphere and all that. But sometimes it kind of really hits you, but only a little bit. But I feel like both movies had the same issue.
Yeah, I agree with that. To immediately contradict the exact last thing I said in the last category, but I do agree with that, because on the first watch, they don't have that problem. The first watch, I think they're kind of edge of your seat thrillers. Like you don't know what's going to happen next, and you're really kind of more tense. But on every watch I've had since, there are moments of both movies that drag a little bit. And like you said, it's right there kind of in the middle. It really close to the end of the second act for both movie, where it's like, this has gone on a little bit too long. And specifically, I think Crawl's the worst of the two, because they spend so much time in that fucking crawl space. I think that's the reason they called the movie Crawls, because they're in the crawl space. I think that has really all there is to do, because it's like that. I just wanted them to get out of there earlier. By the time they did get out of there, I was almost exhausted on the rewatches, not the first time, but I was almost exhausted. And then they start to go across the store to the gas station to get the boat, and I'm like, dude, I just want to wrap this thing up at this point, But it's just they spend so much time down there. The Shallows has the same issue at one point, and I think it's just mostly because it's just such a confined story with limited characters, and there's not a lot going on outside of the main characters, fighting bad freaking animals.
Sharks. Bad animals. Actually, they're not. I'll say they're not bad animals. There's no such thing as a bad animal. Only bad people. Because animals are just acting on their animal instincts, man.
That's right. Yeah. And there was a couple moments. I think for me, Shallows goes by a little bit faster, but there was a couple moments there. Maybe after she kind of wakes up. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I know she was on that damn rock for a long time. Kind of the same thing. She was on that rock for
kind of like that rock for the Shallows is the crawl space for Crawl.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's accurate. I think, that she was on that rock for that damn rock for a long time. And I think the second day it started to kind of drag on a little bit.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, but that's the main. But yeah, that was the main thing. I kind of had like the big issue what both movies don't do well. Like other stuff, it's like little nitpicks at this point, but I just won't address the nitpicks as much. But Acna podcast, what's going on, man?
Hello.
First off, bullshit. They were bad animals. No, again, not bad animals, bad masters. I learned that in Pokemon. Don't ask me how I know that. But anyways, Acnak, by the way, I did saw a video of yours you did with the tiering the Stranger Things characters. I am going to be watching that video. So because we did have a particular idea with Stranger Things. So I got to watch your video, my friend. So if y'all have not checked out Acnak podcast, be sure to do that and hit that subscribe button on their channel.
Hell yeah, man. Awesome stuff. Good dude, man, too, as well.
Absolutely. So, Brad, anything you want to address what both movies do not do well?
Let's talk a little bit about this bad luck situation, man. I call her Bad Luck Blake is her name, and then the bad luck freaking I don't know how to call the other two.
I got it. Haley.
Kayla. Bad luck Haley. Whatever.
Yeah, Haley's her character's name.
Well, bad luck, dude. Both of these, dude, they just run into so much bad luck, and it's almost laughable at times. Like the way Blake. I remember there's a few, like obviously the dude comes out there, like she wakes up, there's a dude passed out on the beach, and it happens to be a thief. And then there's all this other stuff that happens. Like she jumps in, there's jellyfish, which actually turned out to be pretty good, I guess. I think I had some notes out here actually.
Dude, that was a nice looking scene, the jellyfish scene, and it created good suspense too.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. What did I write down?
And jelly stings suck. Even though I haven't gotten stung personally, but just the stories I hear about people getting stung, it's not very good.
Oh yeah, dude. But there's so many things that happen where it looked like she was about to something was going to happen, and then she just had a stroke of bad luck. Same thing happened in Crawl when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go out, we're gonna walk to this damn boat. We're not gonna make any splashes. The rain's gonna cover us." As soon as they start walking, they get into the eye of the damn hurricane, and I'm like, dude, that was like laughably, but like just convenient.
How convenient?
Like, yeah, dude, and there's a bunch of stuff I should have taken more notes in Shallows, but there's a bunch of stuff that happened when it was like, oh yeah, she's good to go. And then something ridiculous happens, like the whale turns over at one point, or I can't remember.
Yeah, the whale turned over, the flare gun jammed. Like the first one. So she grabs the ladder. The water.
Yeah, she grabs the ladder. The ladder breaks off, and then I just all this crazy stuff that just kept continuously happen.
They should not play the lottery.
No, absolutely not. Like, I mean, she makes it to the rock. She gets stung on coral. Like it just, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh man, that had to hurt like shit. So, which I probably go back like to what both movies do well. It's just the sound effects for when they were getting injured, or like the noises like from the crocodile and from kind of like the bite, like sound effects and all that. I thought all that was solid too.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. For sure.
But again, I don't have much on the whole like what both movies don't do well, because I thought really strongly both movies do a lot of things well.
Dude, they got that boat. They finally get the boat. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the apex predator, motherfucker." She gets in there, she drives off, and then they immediately freaking get pushed right into the house, and we're back to square. That whole thing was a pointless endeavor, dude. I was like, "Come on, what are we doing here?"
Well, I guess they were doing a whole good old Friday the 13th, where I drive the boat, and you're like, "Brett, we're making it." And then Jason, aka the Wave and Crawl, just ruins your whole day.
Oh yeah, it was just like that. Dude, there was something that happened ridiculously though. It was like some kind of I can't remember, but either way,
are you talking about Crawl or the Shallows?
The Shallows. It's just I don't know.
Well, there's a couple dudes coming back, and then they just like, "Oh, what are those sharks here?" And then they get eaten by a shark, and then you got the Progo thing.
Yeah, the Progo.
And then the board.
Yeah, it's like when she went to go swim. When she went to go swim to get the Progo, as you would call it. The GoPro, we'll call it
the GoPro.
she had a mishap or two trying to get that thing, and just it is what it is. But either way, no, I'm done with this category, man. We can move on. I'm
All
sorry.
right. No, it's okay. And before, like, kind of like a little briefer before we explain. I'll actually let you pick the movie we talk about next. The big like, here's the question, dude. For the one I've been telling you the last couple of days, I'm ready to ask you, dude.
Hit it.
Which animal sidekick was better, the dog or the bird?
Ooh, the bird. I think it's the bird.
It's got like it's not my bud.
Not my bird. I want my bird.
My bird. Yeah, but yeah, it's easily the bird, though, just because of what that bird kind of symbolizes in the movie. It's kind of like Blake Lively's like go-to buddy, even though the bird bites the freaking hell out of her thumb. And that's kind of like what I had in the countdown intro, going like, that's not the best way to say thank you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I like that. It was good. You got to see a lot of that going on. But yeah, I would go with the bird for sure. The dog was decent, but the dog just kind of didn't serve as many purposes, I guess. I mean, it did, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, the bird, or not the bird, the dog did find the freaking the dad. That was like in the crawl space and all that. The dog helped freaking Wayne. Oh yeah, speaking of bad luck, fucking Wayne, dude.
Oh yeah, Wayne was fucked up, dude.
Yeah, he was not having a good day on that one because he was trying to hit on Haley's sister again. It's like, oh, be sure to tell your sister I said hi and all that. But nope.
Now you can tell her to yourself, but you can do it twice because there's two parts. I don't know where that was going with that, but
but no, but that was a question I kind of had with it too. So, so Brad, what movie do you want to talk about?
We could talk Crawl first.
All right, let's do it. So, what does Crawl do better, or what Crawl does better? What does it do better than the Shadows there, Brad?
I think it has more memorable moments with the creatures. I think there's more moments in Crawl that I think you stick with you longer. And specifically like the scene where the three people are over at the gas station jacking the ATM. And like the alligator comes over there, he murks them all. Like that's just a really memorable moment. You get a couple things in the Shallows, but really not really. I think the most memorable thing in the Shallows is probably when Blake kills the shark at the end. The rest of it's more like none of those kills. They're good, they're decent, but they don't really stick with you. I think maybe the dude that got split in half would kind of stick with you. That wasn't even an on-screen kill. So, but in Crawl, you had that moment at the gas station, which I thought was really good. You had the moment when the other cop gets swarmed by him out there. His head gets ripped off and like gets swarmed. Yes. He's out there by the boat and he just gets destroyed. And then Wayne too gets freaking chopped. Like that was a good jump scare too. That was good. When he's looking down there and he's like, "Hey, I need your fucking snare pole, bro." And then he gets freaking, he gets grabbed and then just sucked in there in the suck zone. That was good.
Oh yeah, that was good, and I'll even like add on to that, like kind of like more memorable scenes. I thought the third act was definitely way better than the Shallows with the third act.
Yeah, it had some good stuff going on. Whenever, like, especially when she traps another scene is when she traps that alligator in the shower. That was in the trailer. Which bullshit, by the way. You can't hold the fucking alligator with the fucking glass. They just busted the stairs downstairs an hour earlier. Come on. But either way, it was a cool scene.
Yeah, absolutely was. What's going on, Kayla? Mail from My Killer Podcast. What's going on?
Hello and welcome.
And then Flopbuster says the most Florida moment ever is the gas station scene. Yeah, absolutely. Just because like when hurricanes happen, you got your like little scavengers trying to rob everything at the same time. So, but I'm glad they got what they deserved. Again, same thing with the Shadows. That beach bum got what he deserved as well.
Now that dude was nice. Like I like those guys because that guy, the dude that was in there, he was just trying to get some fucking snacks. The other guys,
dude, he got that. He was trying to look for that hot dog too.
He was looking for hot dogs, Twinkies, whatever he could get his paws on. And like I just, he's kind of like Woody Harrelson in Zombieland. He just wanted to get a freaking Twinkie up in him. But yeah, that was a memorable scene.
Yeah, memorable scene, and I even think that the crocodile. Actually, no, I don't know. What did you think looked better? Was the crocodile or the alligator or the shark? You're probably going to say the shark.
I would say I don't know, man. The shark looks like The shark does not look good. I think I'd almost go with the alligator here. I think the alligator
that's why I'm leaning towards the kids again. It kind of had the advantage of using the shadows and all that to kind of hide most of his CGI and all that. While the shark, every time you get a shot, like it's hard to kind of have like dark water because again, you want to see the thing because that's pretty much the shark is your movie of the shallows. So I give the creature look advantage to Crawl for sure, and I give the third act. And what
the score
yeah,
I thought was better. Yeah, the score is actually really good. A lot of times in Crawl, there wasn't really anything memorable about the shallow score at all.
Yeah, nothing much to the shadow, even though it did play like one little song in the credits. But again, credit scores don't really count, just because we would rather have them in the movie. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to address.
I do want to mention this is not really a dig. I mean, I guess it is a dig, but that motherfucker, dude. This isn't really one's better than the other. It's just a point I wanted to bring up. That mofo, dude. They end up whenever Blake gets upstairs and then she saves her dad downstairs. He's drowning like a mofo. The levee's about to break. The freaking crawl space is flooded. They had to get out of there. She saves his ass via hitting the freaking crowbar on the floor and busting the wood. Those mofos had a hammer down there the whole fucking time. They could have done that at any point. I don't know why they had to wait until he was drowning. They could have crawled out hours ago, and it would have made the movie better.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, they so could have, dude. Like at least like break the floor or something.
Yeah, dude. All they did, she didn't even like cut it with a saw. She just hit it with the fucking. She tried to pry it up. That didn't work. So she just fucking pried it. Like hit. I'm like, dude, come on. You could have found something in the basement. I'm sure to do that hours ago. And that was just a little thing that I had.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was done.
Oh, because like I thought you were gonna go like the whole complaining route of the whole CPR scene because like you using both of your hands like this and like hitting the heart. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that's probably not the best idea to do in real CPR.
That is not a good idea
because that would be breaking some ribs.
Well, in general, CPR will do that, but that's not how you do it. I mean, that's not how you're going to do it. I thought a lot of times though, Kayla, what's her name?
Haley.
Haley. I thought she was kind of a little bit more of a badass than I like Blake Lively more overall, her character more, but I thought Haley was a little bit more of a badass when it came to fighting these crawlers down in the crawl space. And then beyond too, when she traps the mofo in the closet door or the bathroom, the shower as well.
Oh, dude, speaking of memorable scenes, that's probably one of the most memorable, suspenseful scenes in the whole movie.
Apex Predator, man. That stuff got corny, man. But either way, that's
Apex Predator. And damn it, I just had one other thought. Oh, kind of like what you say. You say you like Blake Lively's character better. I kind of like Haley's character better.
No, she lost me at the beginning with the Gator shit, man. I can't do the Florida Gators at all.
Damn it! Yeah, I was waiting to save that for what the Shallows did better because it did not address the Florida Gators. So fuck Florida.
Yeah, from the get go, I was waiting on the ball to get chopped up.
Because that grind my gears too. I'm like, of course they had to do that, and plus that was a little corny too, just because Gator. There's an alligator in the movie, and at the end of the Crawl movie, where the credits roll and the song play, "See you later, alligator."
Yeah,
after a while, crocodile.
that was a little extra. That was a little extra.
Like a little serious movie. Yeah, that was kind of extra. But other than that, those were pretty much the thoughts on Crawl and what Crawl does better. So you ready to dive into the shadows?
Yeah, man. I think again. Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was just saying, well, we can't dive into the shallows because it's the shallows. You're gonna bust your head and all that, not like freaking hot dog in high school.
You'll break your neck like Kurt Angle, dude.
Yeah, what the freaking broken neck. So, but anyway, so what does the shallows does better? So, as we kind of already addressed, it doesn't do the Florida Gator bullshit.
That, and again, I just like Blake Lively more. I think her character, I don't even remember her character's name, but because she doesn't talk to anybody, but I liked it a lot because I mean she sells, and this is a part of the writing in general, I guess, is her character takes so much shit throughout the freaking movie. Nancy, thank you. Her character takes so much shit throughout the movie, and she like it's cumulative, and she's actually taking this, and you see the effects. Like she's getting stung by coral, her fucking foot turns red. She gets bit by the shark, coral. She gets bit by the shark. She has to put the tourniquet on. She starts losing circulation, which we won't get into that, but she starts losing the circulation at the bottom of her leg. Her foot gets like freaking like all kind of gangrene setting in and all that shit. It's nasty stuff. She gets sunburnt. All these different challenges she sees. It adds up. She looks like shit at the end of the movie. On the other scale of this, you have freaking what's her name's dad, Haley's dad, and the other dude has a broken leg at the beginning, bones sticking right out, and he's fine for the rest of the movie. By the way, like once he does the thing, he's like, oh, let's go hop around. He gets his arm chopped off at the end. Like he's getting all broken up there, bitch, but he's still working. And I don't like that. Blake gets all broken up over there, bitch, and she can't work, but she does. She puts it together at the end and she wins the battle. And I really like that because I think that's realistic. I think you go through something like that, you're going to get all torn up and you're going to be stuck on a rock in a hard place.
Oh, dude. Rock in a hard place. Yes. But no, I absolutely agree with you because that's my big nitpick of Crawl. Again, that's what The Shallows does better. It's the medical injuries, dude. It frustrated me in Crawl because like literally Haley got bit in the damn leg. And you're telling me like 30 minutes later in the movie when she's swimming to the gas station, she's freaking like kicking that leg like it wasn't bitten at all.
Oh, the movie pays no attention to her injury after. Like, honestly,
none of the injuries, and that's what frustrated me because at least with The Shallows, at least they pay attention to it from the practical effects side of things. And hell, when like Blake again was getting like all battered up, bitch, she can't work. Like you could even like tell her discolorization in her face was even playing an effect too, and that's realistic as well.
Yeah, dude, I literally think that after Haley was bit in the movie, I don't even think she had that injury later in the movie. Like, I think whenever they're like, you see her swimming, like there's no wounds on her leg. Like it's just completely gone. They completely disavowed it. There's no like it's just completely like, you can see both of her legs. Yeah. It's like, it's not even there. And dude's running around with a broken leg with the wrench holding it. Like, and he's fine. Like, I just can't.
And he got disarmed too. Legit got disarmed. And then, hell, even Haley got bit in the fucking hand. Like when she was
and the shoulder too.
Yeah, and she's still swimming like that and all that. Like, oh, it's frustrating me now. Like,
yeah, she at the end when she gets freaking hit with the shoulder, Mofo spins her around like she's freaking in Nightmare on Elm Street, dude. She took like 28 freaking spins in the room to get the flare, and then she's still fine. So I don't know, man. All that stuff. Again, those are nitpicks at the end of the day, but I just thought it was one thing that The Shallows did better is just showing that cumulative effect of the day and really putting Blake in a tough spot to get out of there. And whenever she overcomes the dude at the end, the shark, Bruce we'll call him, I think she did a good job. She did. It just I don't know. It just speaks more to rising up to getting out of that situation because she got fucked up in the movie.
Dude, I agree with that. And for what I was saying at the very beginning, before we really got into this conversation of which actress to me did better. Again, character wise and moments, I liked Haley and Crawl. But when we're talking about like actual performance, you gotta give it to Blake Lively because again, she had almost nobody to work with that like major, like at least like with Kaya's performance, she had like freaking Barry. That's the name of the actor's name is Barry. Like, because she had him to interact throughout the most of the movie. Blake had absolutely nobody. Hardly. Like she probably only had the bird. That was it. And to me, it's more pressure, like to sell the movie because again, it's just you. But I thought Blake Lively did a phenomenal job with her position in the movie.
Yeah, and that it's all on your shoulders whether the movie is a success or not. I mean,
it's not on Haley's shoulders because it got bit. Not same thing with Barry, like her dad's, because she got freaking bit in the shoulder as well.
And his last name's Manilow, and he wants his freaking wardrobe back. But either way, I think that's leading into my next point. I prefer the solo storyline much more here. I think it's a little bit more freaky to be stuck in the situation alone, not having anybody to rely to. I honestly I don't know. I would have rather had seen. I don't know. I didn't like the dad character all that much. I thought he was just kind of in the way almost. Like he just like it was nice to have some interaction, but I kind of got to. And this brings me on to another point. I'll just go ahead and combine the two. I thought that because Blake was alone, like they had some family drama stuff going on to kind of build her character up a little bit. Like some others, like I guess her mom had died, and like she'd had a kind of a strange relationship with her father now. Like it was there, but it wasn't like over the top. I thought it was a little bit more drawn out and just, a little bit more like, why are we even still doing this in Crawl? It went on a little bit too long. It was a little bit more fleshed out, but it was also like kind of annoying almost because Haley's going to get her phone in the crawl space, and they're having this conversation about missing swim practice and stuff. Like that just kept coming up throughout the movie, and I was like, come on, let's just like nobody really like. I understand you're trying to build these. Yeah, just it was a little bit overblown. Shallows did it a little bit, but it was enough. It was more effective in the Shallows, but it was also a little bit more drawn back, and it just didn't go on. It didn't overstay its welcome. But that beside the point. I enjoyed Blake being by herself in the situation, more isolated, talking to nobody but that duck or goose or that fucking seagull. Tis bad luck to kill a gull.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
So I like that quite a bit, and I appreciated that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's going on, Destiny? How are you doing?
Hello and welcome.
Absolutely. We're glad she's here. And then My Killer Podcast, Mel says, I find shark movies to be so much more scarier than alligators. There's something about being out in the ocean and a shark creeping up from the shadows. Yikes. Oh, hey, that's why I don't freaking step into the water. Freaking Jaws ruined that for me. I refuse to go in the ocean.
I like the ocean still. It just freaks me out when I'm there.
Yeah, so no thank you. But yeah, it's like unless you are swimming, so. Yeah, so sorry, I was I was like, Destiny's being an asshole in the chat, but no, it's just she can't type, so I was just.
She's been crushing those. She's been crushing those Trulies again. It looks like.
Yeah, freaking Truly. Hey, that'd be the next session out. Trulies versus White Claws.
Ooh, real freaking naughty. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So but with the whole Shadows foe, it's just my main things like I thought I did better is Blake Lively had a better performance just because again she was by herself. And lastly, I feel like they tended to the more medical side of things, which I'm also glad too that they gave Blake Lively's character Nancy a background in medical school just because like they made all that sense because it did not. Holy crap.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah. I'll tell you one thing I really like too about the Shallows is I thought the ending was better. I thought the
oh really? See, I think the opposite.
Yeah, I thought the ending was much better because we had that satisfactory like fuck you to the shark because Blake killed the shark. The one thing that's been causing her these issues throughout the whole movie, she had this, this time to freaking murk the mofo. She murked the murker, in other words. And I think that's big. I think that's important. I think that's good. And Crawl, yeah, they got away, but that's really all they did is they got away. There's still a bunch of alligators out there. It wasn't as satisfying. We didn't have that freaking, oh, I'm going to freaking murk your ass, scene that we got in the Shallows. And I thought the way they killed the shark was kind of creative. It was cool. It looked a little goofy at first, but then it was like, okay, that was kind of cool. At the same time, her head would have exploded probably, but that's beside the point. We won't get into that.
Yeah, because freaking 47 meter sounds taught us anything that you shouldn't go that deep into the ocean.
You don't want the bends. Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Oh my god, that's stupid. Like I know that's what it's called, but come on, man. Like that's so stupid. Got to get the bends. Like, but Desi makes a good point, though. I felt like Crawl kind of dragged out the ending.
I concur. That's what I was talking about earlier. Is by the time they got out of the crawl space, I was kind of exhausted, and I was like, let's just end this thing. And they kept going with other stuff. So that's that's kind of the pacing issues that we talked about earlier in the last.
For what both movies do not do well. Cup of Joe, what's going on, man? So I got a kick out of the Say Something skit. Oh my gosh. Again, if y'all have not checked that out, I feel like that's one of the best skits we've ever done. We had so much fun filming that skit. My teeth hurt like hell to do it because my teeth are sensitive, but man, that was such a good time.
It is, and we got some really good stuff around the corner for you guys coming out, so we're excited about it.
Oh yeah, so stay tuned for the freaking How to Scream review series, which we will talk about here shortly when we are just about ready to get to it. And then Andy Smith, what's going on, my friend? Thought Crawl was good. And we're about to get to our final thoughts and all that, unless Brad, you got more stuff on the Shallows.
I do actually, just a couple things. I said,
oh yeah. Thank you, Brandon. I knew I was missing something. Don't question how she can keep her eyes open in salt water. Same thing with freaking Haley's character when she was like in the drainage and she had like wide open eyes. I tried to do that before. Bad idea. It hurts like hell.
Dude, I've seen this shit since I was a youngling in movies. Like when I saw Titanic when I was 8, the first time I went, like they're all like going around like opening their eyes underwater and like open these gates underwater. And I tried to do it one time in the ocean, and I was like, I'm never doing that shit again. You can't do it.
No.
Even if you do it, like there's what benefit does it provide? You can't see shit down there. And I haven't, honestly, I don't think I've opened my freaking eyes in the pool since I was 12. Like
it hurts too because the chlorine gets in your eyes.
Yeah, you don't need that in there. That's probably why I freaking had to wear contacts these days, because I did it so much when I was younger. So
yeah, same here. That's probably why I'm blind too, but I got glasses on.
Yeah, exactly. So
my eyes are all broken up. I can't read.
But yeah, that's a good point too. Salt water is not good for the eyes, I don't think.
Or any kind of water, but
yeah.
You got anything else on The Shallows?
The jellyfish scene was cool from a cinematography standpoint.
Yeah, I thought like The Shallows had better cinematography in the movie.
Yeah,
but it had the advantage of a beautiful ass beach.
Well, that's another thing. I thought the setting in general was a lot more enjoyable. I loved being out there in the sun. Like even though the bad shit was happening, I think that it was it's a very pretty movie all around. And I think that the setting's a big part of that. And the jellyfish thing was cool. And I appreciated that. The crawl space was dingy, it was dark. No, we couldn't see anything. Like we're there all day. But anyway, the dead well was a nice touch. That was good. And I think The Shallows is just more logically sound. Just being stuck on this private beach. I like how and they did this well actually in both movies. I didn't mention that earlier, but I like how they set up all this stuff at in the first 10 minutes of the movie to explain why Blake's out on this beach alone. And why nobody's going to know where she's at. It's a secret beach. Nobody knows even where she's at. Her freaking partner that was, because then you're like, okay, why would you go to a secret beach by yourself? Well, she was supposed to go with a friend, but she got too drunk and she's not going to make it.
Sounds like something I would do to Brad.
Exactly, that mofo and his white claws. Okay, so why does it matter that much? Oh, because it's a sentimental beach because her mom went there when she was younger or before she was born, and that was her mom's no longer with her, and she's out there trying to see it, and like all that little stuff that it builds up, and it answers all those questions that you could have easily asked, like why, like why are we here doing this? A lot of those little plot conveniences are answered, and I thought it did a good job with that. The dead well was a nice touch. I thought that was kind of a cool setting for a second when she gets up there for safety. You could just imagine how that smells, and it pays off at the end with the fire. And I think that's about it.
All right, man. Hell to the freaking yeah. And I want to get Andy Smith's comment before we get to our overall thoughts and the movie ratings. Because, Brad, I did upload our new movie rating clips into the Slash It Out. So we might be showing off those bad boys here. So
we should.
Yeah. So Andy Smith says, I thought The Shallows was going to be really good. Reading everything about it was interesting, but just to me, way too much CGI. Again, that could be said with Crawl too, but you got to remember both of these kind of movies are. So the CGI is kind of necessary for them to both sell like what they were trying to do in this, or both of their movies.
Yeah, I agree. It is what I mean, both these, like, they weren't ridiculous with the budgets. They had a good respectable budget, but not enough to. Sharks are difficult because they're in water. Like water is fluid, obviously. Like that's why they call it fluid.
My God,
I don't know where I was going with that.
Somewhere,
but then you have to have that creature within the water. So I think it's not really something that's ever really been perfected. Like really, the best shark of all time is still Jaws from 1975 or whatever.
No, always and forever.
Yeah, until they can get. I mean, it's going to be tough to make a good CGI shark because it's in a fluid environment. They have weird movements to begin with because it's a fucking fish. Like that's kind of hard to kind of match those movements. You can't, maybe you could motion capture some of it at some point. It'd be hard. You have to train a fucking shark.
Fucking Jurassic Park can do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but that's still, even then, is a little bit more. They had a little bit more freedom, because it still. Yeah. It's a freaking dinosaur. You can make it look natural because we don't know what the natural movements of a dinosaur is. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's true, man. So I'm not gonna harp on it too much. But before, actually, you ready to get into the last one?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the last one. Overall thoughts and movie ratings for both Crawl and The Shallows, man. So before I'll go first, I'll want to address the poll in the chat. We have 14 votes. You ready for this, dude?
Hit it, Chewy.
Split down 50-50 right now.
I could have guessed it, though. These movies are so neck and neck, man.
They really are. Dude, this might be one of the closest votes in like Session Out history when we do that poll tomorrow. Well, I'm telling you, like it's gonna be very interesting to see which way it goes. But my overall thoughts for both of these movies. Crawl, one of the most surprising movies to me of the last 10 years. Because I remember me and my brother needed a movie to go see while we were waiting on Spider-Man Far From Home to cut for our movie time for it. And we're like, let's do a double header. Let's go check out this Crawl movie. It looks like a kind of like a good warm up to from Far From Home. And dude, we both came out of that dude, that might be actually better than Spider-Man Far From Home because we were that surprised with how damn good it was. And as I said earlier, my problem with Crawl is just the lack of the medical issues that really just grind my gears to it. But at the end of the day, for me, Crawl, do you want me to do movie range right now or combine them after our thoughts?
We can combine them after the thoughts.
Okay, that's hey, good. That's why you're the boss. And then The Shallows. I haven't seen this movie in such a long time. Again, that's why I was excited about this matchup, so I can revisit The Shallows. And I'm so glad I did because I forgot how damn good this movie was too. The Shallows is a really good shark movie, probably in my top 3 shark movie. Top 3, top 5 shark movies out there in the shark horror genre. Really damn good. Blake Lively was beautiful to look at, and also feeling sympathy towards her because again, freaking the bad luck that she gets throughout the whole movie. But a little, like you said, Brad, some slow pacing issues and just not as memorable scenes until you get to the third act, which I thought the third act was just okay. But The Shallows is a great bite out of crime and bite out of crime. Oh, see, I don't even know where the fuck I'm going now. Let's just take my word for it. The Shallows is a damn good shark movie.
Fuck yeah, dude. I agree. What I really appreciate both of these movies, they don't try to overstep their boundaries. They know what they are. They stick to it. They make a simple and short and efficient.
Real quick, Destiny have a really good show, and thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you very much. They both come in. They provide a very simple, short, and efficient freaking flick that we can all appreciate. And I think The Shallows is my top 3 shark movies for sure. It's up there with Deep Blue Sea and Jaws. I wouldn't say it's up there with Jaws, but it's in the top 3. And the Crocodile Dundee movie here that we're talking about, the alligator movie, Crawl, I think is good. I think it's up there in my top 2 alligator movies for sure. I mean, I think it's up there with Lake Placid, and I can't really think of anything else that sticks up there with it. Maybe it's better. I don't know. I mean, they're close. Blake Placid's got nostalgia working for it though. So
yeah, not for me though. Because with Lake Placid, I'll have my thoughts for Lake Placid when we do that because we do have some ideas with Lake Placid in the future for Slash It Out. So I'll save my thoughts on that. Even though R.I.P. Betty White.
Yes.
So and Andy Smith, you're killing me, man. I can't remember the movie Alicia Silverstone just made. It's a shark movie. I thought the movie was absolutely terrible. Dude, it is absolutely garbage. One of the worst movies of 2022. And that movie is called Requiem.
I have zero interest. Yeah. Dude, I've heard Horrorhead said the same thing. It's bad.
Yeah, very bad. So, and we hold Horrorhead Heifer's opinions on this channel very high.
Hell yeah, we do.
So, Brady, so you ready to rate these bad boys?
I am, dude. Do you want to just for a special treat for the people? Do you want to maybe announce our new rating system and show all the clips or?
Yeah. Okay. So, here, let me get my number rating up because that's the part where I was still trying to memorize. But I know
and that's still kind of a work in progress. I think we got a pretty good setup now. I don't think it's going to change anymore, but we'll play around with it as time goes.
Yeah, let me. First off, I gotta find it.
So while Bertie Lagerty is looking at those numbers, we changed our rating system for the first time since starting the channel, and we're excited about it, man. We're pumped. We're jacked. We're stoked. We're ready to get freaking rocking with the new fun rating system here. And we're going to show you what it's all about.
And you're also going to see it because the original idea was to debut it for the Halloween Scream series. But, we got them up already, so why not show them off right now? Especially when Mia's in the chat. What's going on, Mia?
Hello, Mia. So we wanted to,
Mia,
to show it to
be
you
sure
guys
to
before.
stay tuned for a little bit because we're about to spin the wheel. And one of your suggestions for a feature / it out episode is on the wheel this time around. And we'll see if we get to freaking land on your matchup.
Hell yes, I'm excited about it.
But anyways, yeah, let's freaking get to the clips real quick, and then we'll rate them, and we'll spin the wheel, let you know what's coming up, and send you all home. But here we go. So for the worst of the worst, which is from a 0 to a 1.5, we got the classic dog shit from a horse's ass.
That is one big pile of shit.
Oh man, I dig it.
I just love that horse sound effect. So, Brad, do you want to say the next one, or I need to keep going?
No, it's cool. The second worst of the bunch. I don't know the numbers, Birdie. You can maybe tell us that, but it's basically a movie that's not good. It's not the worst, but it's not good.
Yes, and that is from a 1.6 to a 2.4, and that is going to be Breakfast at Ronnie's.
I'm all broken up here, bitch. I can't work. Bitch, I will crawl over there and I will skull fuck the shit out of you.
That's not a good breakfast, but you're at least going to get some bacon. So, I mean, it's not all bad, right?
And yeah, you're going to get some kind of fond memories in that little breakfast interaction. So, like, sitting on my pole, bitch. But, God, I cannot wait
to isolate that audio.
Yeah, please. So I cannot wait to dive into Rob Zombie's Halloween in our Halloween Scream review series. So Brad, the next one, we have kind of like the middle of the road, your average, which is a 2.5 to 3. And Brad came up with this name, and I really dig this name, and that is freaking Happy Hour with Jack Torrance.
Looks as though you might have got a spot of it on yourself there, Jeevesy, old boy.
That doesn't matter, sir. You're the important one.
Such a random ass clip, but it works.
You're gonna have some good, you're gonna get some good Jack in there. But it's also gonna be probably a weird evening at the same time. So a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. It's just kind of in the middle of the road.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah. So but let's talk about the good of the good, my friend. This is good, which is a 3.1 to a 4.25. And man, even though I feel like I do these dance moves better, or Bert does these dance moves better, but man, we freaking love Jimbo, man. So we got to give him some love on the channel. And so this next rating goes out to him for Jimbo's dance moves.
Right, you are, Ted. And it's a good movie. It's good. It's good, but not great, because great is going to be the next one up on the list. And that is The Time. Do you want to put the score in? The score?
Yeah, let me go ahead and put it in. And that is for a 4.3 to a 4.9.
Oh, yeah. Almost perfection, but not quite there. That's going to be Welcome to Prime Time.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Welcome to Prime Time, bitch.
Ooh.
Yeah, you have to add that in there, just because, again, the movie is primetime. It will forever be talked about. But like Brad said, not perfect. Perfect. So, but Brad, what is perfect?
Perfect would be the 5 out of 5 unanimously across the board. The golden reel.
Yeah, and but what better character in the world of cinema to talk about gold than our boy Goldmember?
I love gold. The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it, the texture.
The texture! Like, I just like every time, the texture. But man, so that is our brand new movie ratings, which for every single video released from this point out, you can see the videos, like the number ratings and the name for each tier in that description down below. So Brad, let's start off with a bang. What would you rate Crawl?
3.5 out of 5.
What? Damn. So
That's
I must be
3.5 is good. That's a good score for me. That's like 3.5 is hard to come by. It's a good score.
Hell yeah. Sure. Speaking of Floridians, man, we got Flamethrower Fluff, man, just saying hi real quick. Like, we know what he's doing. He's freaking just rocking out and partying down there, being irresponsible. We love Forever Fluff.
Hello and welcome.
Hell yeah. So, but dude, here we go, man. I'm going to give Crawl, I'm still going to keep it, man. I'm giving Crawl a 4.5.
A 4.5. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome.
I tell you, that's how surprised I was. I thought it was just going to be your B-level crocodile horror or alligator horror movie, but dude, it just was so much more than that, and I just love it. Alexandra Aja did a really damn good job, which I keep forgetting he's the damn director of that movie, and it makes so much sense.
Oh yeah, he's great. It's fantastic. Yeah.
So what would that rating be?
That would be a 4.
So a 4, that's going to be good. So let's play it again. Jimbo dance moves. Hell yeah. So Brad, I'll let you go with this next one of The Shallows. What would you give The Shallows?
I'm giving it a 3.75. Slightly higher than Crawl.
Man, like, you're gonna have to do your math on this one, Brad, because again, I forgot how damn good this movie was, man, and I really loved it. Again, top 3 shark movie of all time. I give The Shallows a 4.5 out of 5 as well.
Okay, that's gonna be a 4.125.
Oh, so that Jimbo, hey, hey, what's that call? We need an encore. Get back in here, Jimbo. God, man, we love Jimbo, man. What's going on, Aiden? Because I wanted to address this because it is true. Because Crawl is run for Raimi Productions, so yeah, yes, absolutely,
yeah,
and it shows with the storytelling and all that.
It is, yeah. Both of these are fantastic. I think. I mean, they're not, to me, they're not like 4 and beyond. Like, they're not going to go, at that level. Though I think it's awesome they do for you. But they're both very simple movies that I've really enjoyed over the last few years. Again, obviously with my score, that I prefer The Shallows over Crawl, but just slightly. They're both very evenly matched.
Hell yeah. And then just to go back to the poll real quick, because they went to 19 votes now, and we got Crawl right now at 58%. The Shallows 42.
Wow.
But again, that's not the official vote. Just because, let me go ahead and end that poll real quick, so we don't get any last polls. And because the real poll, you will have to find in our YouTube community tab and our Facebook group for Good Real Hunting. We will post that at noon tomorrow, and you will have from tomorrow to the next Slash It Out episode, which will be next Thursday for when we do the Rob Zombie Halloween battle. And we shall reveal the winner there.
Hell yeah, dude.
And wait a minute, what was the last Slash It Out we did? It's been such a long time ago. Oh, it was freaking The Strangers versus Vacancy, which
great matchup.
Real quickly, The Strangers won that.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't surprised by that, but even though it was a good battle too. So again, when we do the next Slash It Out, we will let you know who wins this particular matchup. So be sure tomorrow at noon, get your votes in. Hell so yeah. Brad, we're going to spin the reel now, right?
Well, spin that damn wheel, man. This is going to be the next. We're about to spin for the next matchup after the Halloween one. So it'll be the Halloween one will be next, and then this will be the next matchup.
All right, let me freaking pull this bad boy up again. I got to try to hide my web browser real quick.
And guys, just a heads up, Chris is taking a hiatus from the channel for a little bit. He's got some stuff going on. So if we land on one of his, we're going to save it for when if he wants to come back and do it at some point. So we'll re-roll for another one.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Because we don't want to do anything without him. But everything's all good. Chris is all good. He just needs to take a little hiatus. So, Brad, when you're ready, I'm going to click the button.
Okay,
you know what? How about you just actually do the countdown from 30? 30! 29!
Back off, dude. No.
Just say go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, what do we got?
We're gonna land on me again?
Oh shit!
Yes! another one for the Brett man.
Hey, that's a good matchup. That'll be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, dude, man, because there are some good comparisons with this one, like why this one would be a damn good slash out. And plus, if people know me, The Conjuring is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I absolutely love The Conjuring too. So this is going to be a hard matchup.
Dude, that's going to be a tough ass matchup. That might be even tougher than today. I actually think both of those movies are really well made and very similar. They're very close to one another.
Here, let me show you all how I saved this real quick because I don't want to lose my information. There we go. So, but yeah, we will we will tidy up the wheel for the next one. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that either. So let me get out here. So, Brad, let's freaking yeah, next Thursday, slash out sound good. Yep, and we're about to address it again, what that is going to be before we send you all out of here and packing, because I know Freer Freaks is about to come on now. I know Dave McCrae's on too. So, Brad, what is coming up on Good Real Hunting? And we will start. Actually, let me get the comment out of the way there so we can see. So, Brad, let's start with this one.
Dude, July 25th, the time has come. This is the biggest freaking thing we've been looking forward to the whole channel. I don't know what language I'm about to speak, but this is
Brad's baby.
This is the most exciting project we've had yet, and I'm really excited. Halloween Scream review series starting July 25th. We're reviewing all the Halloween movies leading up to Halloween Ends coming out in October. This is our landing pad, if you will, to Halloween Ends. We're gonna have Halloween content every freaking week until that time. So there's gonna be so much Halloween, even though it's July. We love it. Starting with, of course, yesterday's video. Being the Say Something skit that we did. The schedule's right here, man. Again, starting July 25th, going every week up until October 13th. I need some food. This Saturday, we got 666 horror trivia is coming out on Saturday. We're going to have a good time live. The Flopbuster and Good Real Hunting versus the Final Ghouls, Victoria and Destiny. And we're going to have Flopbuster on our side. And then, it's gonna be a good matchup, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And that is this Saturday at 8:00 Eastern time. And a moderator should be announced soon because I am still looking for one.
Of course. And speaking of Victoria, she's going to be on next week as well for the Halloween versus Halloween 2 Rob Zombie Slash It Out special, which is going to be awesome. This is an epic matchup. Again, this is going to be tough too, man. Really excited about this.
Oh, absolutely excited because again, we are both big fans of the Rob Zombie Halloween movies on this channel, where most people are not. Which again, that's cool. But again, we love our Rob Zombie movies on this channel, and Halloween is absolutely no different. And I want to address this comment real quick, just make sure for the confusion. Yes, I'm so looking forward to seeing these things in October. For the Halloween Scream review series, it will start on July the 25th, and then each Monday after the 25th will be a brand new Halloween movie. We will go for one from Halloween 1978 all the way up to Halloween Kills, which all that will be the lead up to Halloween Ends. And we will do 2 sets of Halloween End reviews, a spoiler free and a spoiler. And then we will do a franchise ranking after that. And then there's just talks of doing one big ultimate collab with every YouTuber that's doing this Halloween Scream review series with us, averaging the Halloween franchise.
Hell yes.
Whoa, man, that was a lot to say. And what's going on, Antonis? I'm gonna butcher the hell out of this. I'm just gonna call you Antonis. What's up, man? Yes, I love the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. You damn right, because we do too. So hell yeah. So we always love Rob Zombie fans. So Brad, anything else you want to address before we send the people packing?
I think that's Fine, man.
All right, so here we go, guys. Actually, let me go ahead and get everything set up here. All right, here we go. So, guys, what did you think about this particular Slash It Out episode between Crawl versus the Shadows? Which one did you prefer? Let us know in that comment section down below. Let's get that discussion rolling.
And if you want to help us find a good reels, you can just opponent us on Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter, and TikTok. Those links are for you to find down below.
Absolutely. And we're been cruising with some TikTok content right now, so be sure to join us on that journey. And if you want to continue us with the YouTube journey side of things of Good Real Hunting, because we're so close to 750 for another horror trivia night, be sure to like this video, share, and subscribe, and of course ring that bell, ding ding ding, so you all know when the next set of live streams, videos, skits, everything is up and ready. Until then, we will see you this Saturday for the Horror Trivia 666.
Can't wait for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. See you on Saturday.
Let's do it.